I was an only child to professional parents in Marietta, Georgia, and we were one of a very few black families in our neighborhood. And my parents selected that particular neighborhood because of the quality of the schools, because education was so important to them. And I went to a private Christian school for the first 6 years, and then I went to public school. And the reason that that transition happened is because my parents said, we want to make sure that we can pay for you to go to college and graduate school with no debt. So we have to switch you to a public school so that we're able to do that. At the time, it was traumatic, but it was exactly what I needed because it taught me how to work with people, meet people, interact with people in a new way, and the real value of having an education. I think it is an interesting journey, right? I always had an education component while practicing. I was responsible for continuing education for all the lawyers and judges in the state on certain topics. I taught law school classrooms the whole time I was litigating at the ACLU. I know that education was the game changer, and it was always been a part of what I do. When I was approached about potentially joining the Preschool Promise, I said, I don't know a lot about preschool, I'm not really sure, but I was so compelled by the mission and the difference it could make because I had spent my life working at the other end with adults and youth. What if I had the opportunity through education to start on the other end with our youngest learners and make a difference there? And the more I learned about Preschool Promise, the more compelled I was for the mission, because it is not only education of our youngest learners and providing them that solid foundation, it is also building community with small business owners who are daycare owners, preschool providers, entrepreneurs. In this community, 85% of whom are African American women. What better job could I have? I would like to acknowledge that since moving to Cincinnati, I came here only knowing one person, great partner that I had moving here. I have been welcomed by the Cincinnati community. I have a strong group of women who have supported me. I have very strong mentors and people like the departed Dr. Odell Owens, who has always been a champion. People like Landis Powell, who really kind of oriented me to this community because I wasn't sure when I moved here. Is this gonna be a stay? I don't know. I am super Southern, if you haven't noticed. super, super Southern. And so being acclimated to the Midwest, I have found people here to be very kind, very willing to invest and talk and share their resources, and really committed to making sure the work that they do is impactful.